Okay, don't mind the messy hair. I'm on the process of growing my hair out, so I have to look like this for like a couple months. So today we're trying a bunch of new sea beauty, and I think majority of these are like super viral product on Xiaohongshu. So if you also scroll on there a lot, I feel like a lot of products you probably already seen on there. And without too much talking, let's just start the application. Okay, let's start with sunscreen actually. I actually already have sunscreen on. I totally forgot there is a sunscreen here, but let's layer it a little bit. It was primer slash sunscreen type of thing. This is from florasis. There's no English name on this and I don't know how to translate this, but it looks like this. Because it's a primer, I feel like it's gonna have some brightening effect. Definitely. Actually, I probably wouldn't use something like this to be solely as sunscreen because it would be so white. It smells floral, but I can't put my finger on what type of floral it is. I am so terrible at detailing what scent is what kind of ingredient, but I feel like it's not too bad actually. Probably because I wasn't using that much, but I don't think it's like too whitish. Maybe let's use a tiny little bit more. And it's pretty smoothing. Yeah, I feel like spread it, it's not even bad at all. And it's more of a creamy formula. It really feels like a primer. Okay, not bad. For foundation, I also have a sample. If you don't know, you can buy this type of sample on Taobao. Basically, they would, a lot of store would offer this type of thing. They give you like one mil or whatever of a certain foundation, so you can try it. If that brand don't offer a sample or don't offer the sample of your shade, which is my issue. I think they either don't have a sample or they don't have a sample that's my shade. Don't know how this brand is pronounced in English, but in Chinese called Yaoguang. It's their second generation liquid foundation, and I have the shade 02. I feel like a long time ago one person asked me what I think about this foundation. I never tried it, and it's actually a pretty expensive foundation for C beauty because C beauty are normally pretty affordable, and I think this foundation is around like $40–50 in that range. So I'm not gonna buy the whole foundation to just try. I feel like the shade isn't too bad, really. Brush is so small. I don't know if I'm getting enough product or is it already too much. I can't tell. First of all, the shade isn't bad at all, and the finish is, to my surprise, not glowy at all. I don't know why I thought this foundation would be glowy, but it's actually like a satiny finish, and I didn't get much coverage. I feel like it just evens out my skin tone for a little bit, and it's wearing nicely on my skin at the current moment. I think I want to try to use a little bit more. Like, one thing with the sample is because you don't have a pump, you don't know how much you're using. Well, now I see a lot of coverage. I feel like the other side is probably just not that much product there. And it's pretty easy to blend, I would say. The finish is pretty nice. Really, it's like a satin finish. Oh. Actually, normally I don't really have a great experience with CBD foundations. Somehow their formulation just don't work for me normally. But this foundation really feels pretty nice. Okay, nice to brightener-ish thing. This is a very, very big thing in China. I feel like every time I see any like a tutorial or whatever, people got to use some sort of like a under eye brightener, or not even under eye, it's just like face overall brightener. And I feel like if I use this like very sparingly, I wouldn't get like a super weird skin tone as long as the tone is actually right for me. So I actually really enjoy using this type of product, and I have been collecting all sorts of different formulations. So maybe I feel like in the near future I'm gonna do a video talking about all of these type of like brightening concealer-ish type of thing from C Beauty, because this really is the biggest trend. I feel like in Korea there's not that much of this type of product, and in Japan I feel like people mostly use powder rather than like a liquid. I can't remember, did I try this like a sample of this before or not. And again, I can't translate this name. They are using all of the fancy words that I don't know how to translate on these cosmetic products. But I have the shade W02, which I suppose is even not like a super bright shade because it is W02, but it's still very, very bright, as you can see. So you really cannot use much. Like I feel like this is more than enough. And I use a little bit here. Oh no. I feel like it's a perfect amount. I can't take more than this. It's like the foundation is creasing pretty badly on my eyelid. It doesn't look heavy. But can you even see the highlighting effect? I feel like you can barely see. Should I add more? I feel like this type of thing is like salt or like water temperature in the shower. It's not enough until it's too much. I want to be more careful. Yeah, I feel like now you can definitely see it. And I feel like it's meshing pretty well with the rest of the base. It's not like heavy or anything. And this thing got to be the most viral popular product of all this sort. This is from girlscrush 00. So it's the most brightening shade. It's supposed to be like a pinkish shade. Let me mix this a little bit. I feel like it's settled, like a very pale pink. This, I feel like 10 tutorials I see, like there are 5 people using this. So let's try this. I used their concealer shade. I have like a skin toned shade and a olive shade, and I like the formula. It's very creamy. It's not like extreme coverage or anything, but I think the formulation is pretty nice. Oh, can you tell this is way more brightening? I feel like I used the same amount of the first time, you know, I'm applying on this side, and I feel like this is matching the double layer on this side. Does that even make sense? I feel like my brain isn't working right today, and I'm talking extra quietly because I just feel like I don't have the energy. This is like half amount of the product, but the same amount of brightness. So I guess if you really want something that's super brightening, this product would be better. Or like if you have like super fair skin and you just couldn't find anything that's brightening for you, I feel like this one would be enough. We are still not done with the cream products. This thing is another super viral thing on Xiaohongshu. This is, I think I tried this brand on my channel before in this video. It's from the brand Out of Office. This is their contour and highlight duo pencil, and I got the shade 01. Highlight and contour in one, but I often see people say the only this side is good, like the contour side is good. So we are trying this side today. Like people are saying like they want the brand to came out of the pencil that's only this side. It is very, very creamy. I don't know if this shape is the right shape for me, but we're just going for it. Here, why not? And it again really is super, super creamy. Oh, it is very easy to blend. Let me try to use my finger on this side because I feel like the sponge is soaking up the product. Yeah, very, very easy to blend, right? Like using my finger, it's like just 2 taps, I feel like it's blended. Oh, I understand why people love this. This is a great product, and I feel like the shade is also pretty nice. It's not too cool toned, like it's actually gray and it look ashy on your skin, but it's also not super warm, right? And now I think we can set our face, which is a new product as well from Spenny. I think again I have featured this brand a couple times before in my channel. And this is a very, very affordable CBeauty brand, but they have a lot of viral product, this being one of them. I often see people in the comments section of other people's video actually saying this is good, and they have run out of like a couple of this. And this is like, considering this is a baked powder, this is a big one. Okay, it only is 7.5 grams, but this is a baked powder, so that actually is a lot. So I wanted to try this for a long time. Try the sponge on half of my face and see. I just feel like my skin is suddenly so white, and the contour I put down has just disappeared. Maybe this side we can try with the brush, maybe the sponge was a little bit too much, but I just feel like with the brush my face is still feel like sticky. Like I still have to apply a lot of product even after this many taps. Let me just use this on my neck as well, since my neck is pretty sticky from the sunscreen. To be honest, I feel like there's nothing wrong with the finish. I just feel like I look 11 shades lighter after this powder. It feels pretty soft on the skin as well. But again, I just feel like this shade is wiping away all of the dimension on my face, and now I feel like I need like a little bit more contour. Let me see, can I layer this on powdered skin? This might be a disaster and I might regret this, but let's not go too overboard. And now let's use a brush. I feel like this is suddenly so much more pigmented than we were applying this on wet skin, right? Like this is suddenly so much pigmented. Like I'm glad I didn't apply much, because this is already a little bit too much, even like that little of a product. But it blended very nicely. Like it's not patchy, it's just not as light, how to say it, as subtle as I thought it would be. I as well, because we lost all of the dimension here. Okay, I really, really like this thing. This is so good. Okay, for eyes, I actually have a cream one as well. This is also from the brand Out of Office, and this is their liquid eyeshadow, and I have the shade Eiffel Tower. This is a matte one. They have like a couple different formulation. I got the matte one. Just directly apply and see how the pigmentation goes. Oh, can you see it actually has like amount of like shimmer or like glitter in it? Can you see it? It's actually very pretty. Oh, It is very, very pretty. I like this. This is such a beautiful liquid eyeshadow. Kind of reminds me of the SUQQU liquid eyeshadow for a little bit, with a more pigmented base shade. Base shade. And I love this shade. I'm glad I bought this shade. Very, very easy to blend. Okay, I love this. I feel like this is very much a one and done type of formulation. Because originally I was going to layer a shimmer or a glitter on top, but now I feel like I don't need to do all of that amount of shimmer or glitter in this, even though it's like a very subtle, but I feel like it's very much enough for a daily usage. And today there's nothing fancy for me to do other than work, so the eyes are done. I feel like this is a very appropriate everyday makeup, like eye makeup wise for me, and it's like very, very quick and easy like this. And I think I nailed it with the shade choice. So for blush, I actually tried all of the C Beauty blush that I was going to try, that I had in this video already, so I don't really have anything to show you right now, like new blush wise, even though I have a lot coming. I purchased the newest Flower Nose blush, like every single shade, because for that collection, the Shell collection, I'm interested in nothing but the blush. So I didn't buy the eyeshadow, I didn't buy the primer and whatnot, like the lips, nothing. I bought none of it, but I bought every shade of the blush because that's I think that formulation is the first shimmery or like satiny, like with a glow type of powder blush from Flower Nose, and it's very appealing to me. So again, I bought all of the shade, and I bought every shade of like a lot of the Joocyee blushes that was coming as well. I think like there's a bunch of others, and actually, you know what, like I don't know if anybody is still watching at this point, but I actually received an email from Joocyee saying that they want like a PR collaboration. So they want to send me PR and to exchange a review video. I was like, yeah, like I was going to try more from you anyway. So I said yes, like what type of product are you providing? And they're talking about their newest collection. I didn't remember what it was called exactly, but it's a collection that with like a mostly silver and orange packaging, and it was for like in hot weather, like during sports and stuff. So I thought it was a very good collection to try in the summer, but the foundation only has one shade. Is the shade N10, I think, and I think I tried their foundation in the shade N30, and it was a little bit too light for me, and so I was like, I'm sorry, thank you for offering me this PR, but I don't think I'm gonna give you a proper review because that shade is definitely guaranteed at least 2 shades or even more too light for me. I'm gonna look like a ghost. So what do you expect me? Like, am I gonna rave about that product in front of the camera with a ghosty face? So yeah, like I have to say, like there's some other like stuff they're written in the, you know, what they wanted me to do that I was a little bit not comfortable about. Not a big deal, not that they're doing anything shady, but I was just a little bit uncomfortable about certain things. So I was like, I'm sorry, I can't do it this time. If you have another opportunity in the future, feel free to reach out to me, but this time I have to decline. And actually, you know what, that collection, I know it for a couple months, and I was originally gonna buy it, like just use my own money, of course, when it first came out. I think it first came out like probably like still in the cold weather, so I was a little shocked. Why like are you pumping out like such a collection that's like supposed to be for the warm, hot, humid weather, and it's still kind of in the winter right now. But I was very interested, and I was gonna buy it, like the whole collection. And again, the foundation shade, I thought the foundation, and I just only see one shade, and I was in their live stream in their flagship store on Taobao, and I asked the host on the live stream, I asked her like, oh, it's just one shade, and the host has nothing to say. Like she was like, oh, one shade, and she was looking at it, what? Like she even is a little bit shocked at the shade selection. Like she wasn't prepared for like that question, and there actually is only one shade. I thought it was just like an initial thing, they might only have one shade for the initial launch, that they are gonna later have more shades, because they always had like two, like at least like 3 shades for their foundation shade collection, like selection. So me seeing that shade range, I was like, it's the least you can do. It's not like I'm not even asking you to extend your shade, but you shrunken the shade range even more. Like, come on. So even though that's just one product out of the whole collection, but I was already like, you know what, I'm just not gonna try this collection as a whole because of the foundation shade. So when they hit me with that email, I was just like, guys, you don't even have to send me the product. If you would just do more shades with your foundation, I would already paid for that whole collection with my own money and do everything that you are asking me to do. You know, you don't even have to ask me if you just do better with your shade range. I'm sorry, this is such a random rant in this video that does not even feature one single Joocyee doll product. But I just thought that was so funny and I just want to share with you. In case you were interested in that collection, let me just tell you, there's only one shade for the foundation. When they tell me it's that collection, I have 1 second thinking, you know, this is a global launch, right? It's not the Chinese team that's hitting me up. It's probably like in America or whatever. It's an American name, and it's a like email that's not from like the Chinese company. So I thought this is a global launch. They might have more shade for the global market, but no, on their website, their global website is still just 1 shade. I really don't know what they're thinking. Like, I don't know who thought it was correct to do that. And especially this is a collection for the summer where people get suntan, right? Like, you're talking about like people can wear this foundation, like do outdoor activities, and people are gonna get darker with outdoor activities. Like, are you only offering this with the shade N10? Like, this is such a long rant. That's I'm sorry. I'm just gonna go back to the review, but yeah, I just thought I would share with you because I thought that was so funny. I can't even be mad. It's just so funny to me, that whole decision to just make 1 shade. So for the blush, again, I have already showed you all of the new C Beauty blush I wanted to try, and I don't have anything new on my hand at the moment. They're all in the shipping, but I have one that I have yet to try. I think this is like a gift-ish thing with the purchase, and this is not even C Beauty. This is from Lily by Red. It's their Love Beam Blur Cheek, and in the shade 05 Blurry Lavender. This is a powder blush, as you can see. I think I got this from purchasing their like balm, like cream blush. So let's, even though this is super random, let's just try it. And this is such a funny shade as well. Like it's a very pale, like almost grayish lavender shade, like a mauve. But it's kind of just a pink, like a neutral pink on my skin, right? I found this with a lot of this type of color. On the olive skin, I think they just neutralize some of the like yellowness on my skin, and it looks kind of just pink. We actually have like more eye products, which is also something that's like so dedicated to the Asian market, which is to draw your under eye bag. It's called wearther in Chinese, and it's called namida bukuro in Japanese, and I think it's called Aehyo-sal in Korean. But it's all the eye bag thing that like there's no particular word for it in English, because you guys don't do that, right? You don't really draw this, and it's not actually the eye bag, because you know what I mean, like the eye bag is like this type of thing, like it's in a big area. This is just like this little fat patty. It's called wearther in Chinese. That word directly translating, it's a sleeping silkworm. So it's like this like area of a fat patty looks like a silkworm that's sleeping here. That's the word in Chinese, which I thought is like actually a very beautiful thing to say. And again, this is not eye bag. We have other words for eye bags, and this is not it. But there's again just no words in English can say this, so I have to say some non-English words. And I have two products here. One is from Florasis. One side to draw the shadow, and the other is to highlight. And the other side is also from one out of office. I saw someone use this and they say this is a very good product, so I thought I would give it a try. But let's use the Florasis one first. This one is pretty interesting. You have this little brush that you can twist up and down, and when you twist it up, you can reach for the product here. Can you see it? There's like a balm type of thing in there that you can reach if you twist the brush up. And it's like, I feel like you barely see it. But that's good, that's good. Again, I don't want to be like suddenly too dark. And to be honest, I don't know how to draw the wearther, the Aehyo-sal. I just kind of follow my natural, because I naturally have that like fat patty under my eye. They're just like uneven. They're like a different shape. I don't know if I'm doing a great job here, but that's as nicely as I can do it. And I'm gonna lighten it with this side. And it's super creamy. It's matte. A lot of this type of products like a shimmer, but this one is matte. I don't know what I'm doing when I do the eye bag makeup. Is it acceptable? Because I feel like my eye makeup today is very lightweight, like a very natural. I don't want to have like a super strong eye bag that's like making it unbalanced. So I just want to carve this out for a tiny little bit more. And this side, because we only have a pencil, and it's a shimmer one actually, I think we might as well just draw the shadow with this thing as well. This is again the shimmer type that you barely can see it. Yeah, there it is. Oh, this is actually pretty cute. it wasn't like the super reflective type of like shimmer there. And now I'm just matching to two sides. I feel like I'm not used to see myself looking like this because, oh, I just smashed this pencil trying to put it in the wrong lid. Okay, I think I want to do a wear test as well. So there's no roundup happening right now, and even though my lips is not done yet, it's because I have too many lippies to try to feature them in the same video. So I'm just gonna do a separate video trying all of this, and now I'm just gonna use this thing, the coconut lip treatment from Clio. It's a lip mask. So if you are interested in the C Beauty lip section, I think the video after this one would be that one, so stay tuned. And I'm gonna see you in a couple hours for the wear test. Okay, it's roughly 6-7-ish hours later. Even though I would love to keep this for a little bit longer, I just don't think it's gonna get any better. So, okay, just add a little bit of light. I don't know now if you can see it a little bit better. I think so. It's pretty much settling into my pores on a lot of the places. Can you even see that? Maybe a little bit. In real life it looks worse than how it is on the camera. Like right here on this area is definitely settling. Surprisingly, where I put down all of the like corrector or like brightener-ish thing, it was fine. But where I didn't put it, it was like totally settling. Like you can't even see, but this part is like settling and separating and all that stuff. It looks very uneven. So I feel like it's good that I didn't buy a full size of this expensive of a foundation. But I also think, can it be the 2 layers of sunscreen we layered underneath, or can it be the powder we applied on top? So I'm thinking I want to try this once again tomorrow because it does look pretty nicely right after I applied it. So I'm thinking maybe I can apply just a normal layer of sunscreen without the florasis primer sunscreen-ish thing. That might not be the issue, but the thing is I layered the 2 layers, so that might be too much, you know, in the summer hot weather. And I can use maybe half a face of that spenny powder and half a face of the powder I normally use. Maybe that way we can tell what is actually the issue. Okay, this is the 3rd day where I only wear this and some other makeup that I already tried for multiple times, so I know how they perform. So now I have an opinion on all of these products. Side note, Tokyo summer is no joke. Okay, I went outside today at 6 p.m. ish, and the weather should be like 29 degrees or something. I fully thought I was just having a dinner, and in this weather I shouldn't be sweaty that much. I shouldn't be sweat that much. I should be totally fine and don't have to take a shower again when I'm back. But turns out I living here for over 10 years, I'm still underestimating how hot and humid Tokyo can be in summer. Like even it's like 28, 29 degree and it's not even sunny because it's night. time and you're still sweating without doing much because how humid it is. But I guess that is a great test on the products, right? So let me update you. This thing, this florasis primer sunscreen thing, I think this is better to use just as a primer, not a sunscreen, because it's so thick. It's too thick to apply the right amount for sunscreen. Even though today I only wear this and there's nothing like a layer underneath, and even if I was applying a thick amount, it was fine, but I had to apply in multiple thin layers, which is big hassle, and I still feel like it was a little bit thick. I was dragging my skin a lot trying to blend it. But with that being said, foundation wore very nicely on top, and I'm fully coated by sweat on my body, but my face looked beautiful, right? I think I did my makeup around 3-ish and now it's 10. So it's 7 hours in hot, humid weather and I'm not even that shiny. So I think this primer is actually really good for oil controlling and stuff. It's a satiny type of finish. It's just thick and it has a lot of white cast to it, so if you don't necessarily want a tone up effect, I don't think this is the correct product for you. Like me, I don't really like too much of a brightening effect, so today my face looked like a couple shades lighter than my body because of this. So the texture for primer I would be okay, but not for sunscreen. And the foundation, I think the first try it was like such a disaster, but the second try it was nice. So I think it just was a user error. I layered 2 layers of sunscreens with one being super thick and I didn't even wait them to dry a little bit to apply. The rest of the makeup, therefore, it were pretty horrible. If you just use it in the correct way, this foundation would be a great foundation, actually. It just wasn't beating any other foundation. It's just a decent one. It's like light medium coverage, like natural finish. The type of foundation you can find anywhere, to be fair. So I don't think I'm gonna purchase a full bottle of this, even though I don't think it's like a bad foundation either. And for powder, this spenny powder, I feel like it's just too white. Like the finish, the wear, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just too white. Like I think today my face looked like 2 shades lighter than my body because of these two combined together. Each one bring my face like 1 shade lighter type of thing, which I really don't appreciate. I feel like for under eye maybe, but I don't really separate my under eye powder and my overall face powder, so yeah, not for me because the whitish stuff. The blush, this was a random thing, it's not even C Beauty, but this blush is the formula, there's nothing wrong, it's a very fine powder formulation. It's just very sheer and the color is very cool toned. Today I did wear another blush on top of it, but I still think it's in some lighting a little bit too cool toned for me. I think if you are a fair, pale olive skin tone, like cool toned olive, I think you would love this. It's actually kind of hard to find an almost gray-ish, mauvey, lavendery type of blush. I don't hate it, but I don't think it's for my skin tone. And what else? The eyeshadow, I absolutely loved this eyeshadow. It's so easy to use. There's nothing too special about it, but I just really love it. It's like I feel like it takes no effort to blend, and it lasts well, and the color is very cute. So this is a great everyday cream, like one and done type of eyeshadow. I really like this. I think I would have this one on like heavy rotation. I think I had two, and I can't find the other one. But this TIMAGE one, it's a great brightener. There's not too much thing I can say about this. It highlights pretty naturally, and it's not too heavy, so I don't mind to use this. I think it's a decent one. Again, not super like superior to any other formulation type of good. And these two eye bag type of stuff, with one being double-sided, like a shadow shade and a highlight shade, and this one is a glittery highlight shade. I think I'm like whatever about this type of product, so I feel like these were just okay. I don't think these are better than a lot of the others, but it's usable, and I think I'm just not the right person to test this type of product, and I don't know why I kept buying them. Probably because they're always on my feed on RedNote. So it was like in my mind, and I see them, I sometimes just grab one or two. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with the formulation. And oh, this one. I think this one got to be the one I think stands out at all of the product for this video. Is this out of office like double-sided thing. I feel like the highlight, everybody was right on the highlight. I actually tried this highlight for like a couple days. It was like there's nothing wrong with this highlight. It was like okay, but it's just this contour is so good. It's so creamy, and it's so easy to blend. You can blend it with anything and everything, like any brush, sponge, your finger, everything. You can get it blended, and it wouldn't be like patchy or anything. I use it today, and I feel like the nose contour is pretty subtle and the color is pretty great. So I think if you are around my skin tone, maybe a little bit lighter or like dark, I feel like from fair to medium skin tone, this can work. The shade 01, I really like it. I think the formulation is really great. No wonder everybody uses this on RedNote. And that is the update, wear test, and roundup-ish thing. And I'm gonna go and take a shower, took all of this sweat off my body. Sorry, the food. If the food was always there, just ignore that. I just eat a big fat dinner, so I didn't know there was food stuck there. But yeah, I'm just gonna take a shower, and thank you very much for watching. Bye.